Hello everybody and welcome back to the Tales of Octavia YouTube channel. My name is Francis, I'm a dungeon master and a Twitch streamer, and today I want to share with you my process in preparing for a weekly D&D session. I currently run an ongoing campaign every Monday on Twitch, links to that down below, but preparing for a weekly session is no easy task. And my process has changed over the years. Thinking about it now from when I was still working on a podcast and I was playing in person versus now where everything is online in these strange times that is 2020, I have changed a lot. And I think that by sharing my process with you currently, I can sort of spark those ideas in maybe mixing up your own schedule and maybe make it more efficient, or maybe just spice it up to make things a little bit easier on yourself. The first thing that I do when I prepare for next week's session is I write a recap. Writing a recap is extremely important to me because it lets me remember everything that has happened in the previous session. I usually do this the morning after the session because we play from like 7:30 to midnight, but I do this in the way that sounds theatrical but also helps me prepare for the following session. There's more than one reason why I say last time on D&D in that whole Dragon Ball aspect. The reason why I do it is because I need to prepare this outline that basically gives the expectation to future me of what will happen next session. Is the players doing a hero's journey where they are planning to go fight the orc tribes and fight their leader? Are they trying to venture into some job board quest? Well, this is the time to do that, and I write it down so I can prepare it later. Or maybe if I'm preparing something more political, I'll write down all of the NPCs that they might come across. I might write the places that they're going. It really depends on what is happening on the week-to-week basis. But what I mainly do is keep it open-ended. The main reason is because my inspiration comes to me spontaneously. In other words, I don't really know what I'm doing until I have that little spark of ideas. So what I do is keep it vague, but also write down everything that I can in a short, concise manner. The second thing that I do is to keep a journal. Remember inspiration? I keep a journal on me at this desk at all times, not just for, looks to make me look official, because apparently that's a thing. I do it because I write down everything. Like if I come up with random NPCs, character ideas, places, taverns, names, I'll write it down here in this notebook so that I can work on it later. Maybe I'll expand on it, and as someone who is also a former student, writing things down on pen and paper gives me much more insight versus typing it all directly into a Word document. I'll take all of the thoughts I had in this journal and I will put it into Google Drive and organize my lore and my places and all of that stuff, because that helps me a lot and it helps me know where everything is. The reason why I use Google Drive is because, one, it's free, and two, it is probably the most accessible option that I have. If I'm going away on a trip, well, like I've been having a lot of those lately, when I was traveling between home and school, I would actually pull things up on Google Drive and write things there, and it's super accessible, super easy to do, and I definitely recommend it for everybody. So now comes this long and tedious process of revising the session throughout the entire week. I work on the session probably at least an hour every single day, if not more. And from here, I'm going to look at my notes, think of all of the battle scenarios that I can have. I'll prep the items for D&D Beyond, I'll make the maps in Roll20, and this goes into the process of trying to eat at it bit by bit, because before, when I was still a student, I would literally just rush everything within the last night before the session, and it was terrible. But now what I do is, from the short list that I made, I will go in full detail and I'll make, let's say, a tavern, I'll make a city, I'll make a campsite where they may or may not be jumped by giant scorpions. I'll do random things just like that, and that is pretty much the course over the week. The last thing I do, and this is sort of an optional thing because this doesn't really apply to everybody, but I prep my D&D stream. I take a lot of pride and joy into making this D&D stream the best that I can, to the best of my abilities. 1 or 2 hours before the game starts, I'll load up OBS, I'll set up my cameras, I'll review all of my notes, and eventually we'll start into the session. So that's my process for dealing with a weekly campaign. I hope this didn't seem overwhelming, but I will say it is a process, especially now since I've been playing D&D online. Prepping all of the maps and prepping all of the items and item cards has sort of been my most tedious duty. However, comes with the gig. And overall, I would say I spent maybe 8 to 10 hours a week on the session. So I hope this motivates you, because prep DMs deserve a lot of love, as they should. And that's pretty much my prep in a nutshell. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It pushes more of my content out there into the algorithms, and I hope to have you on board. Like I said, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with Monday being my campaign, so consider checking me out over there, and I will see you in the next video. So, bye guys.
What's wrong with letting someone else give you a massage?
Just let me from outside the door. Oh, for Pete's sake, he likes you and he's jealous.
Jealous of what?